Good morning, everyone. My name is Angelica, a channel and a medium, and I'm going to be channeling Naya Rivera, who passed away a few years ago. She drowned saving her son, and I think they were out in a river or a lake, and it didn't make it back. So she came to me a few days ago, maybe like 2 days ago, and so I knew she was next for me to channel. And if you look at some of my recent videos, I normally channel Thoth and Hermes Trismegistus on health issues. Sometimes I bring in other messages for humanity and channel other beings of higher consciousness. And I know in terms of reaching out to those who have transitioned to the other side, on the other side of the veil, lately I've been attracted to, or attracting, and vice versa, I think it goes both ways, those spirits, those souls that were in comedy or in sitcoms, and I'm a big fan of comedy, and maybe that's hence that attraction. But Naya, you may know her from her singing and dancing and her talent in the show Glee. That's how I knew her. And so she came to me, she was shown to me a few days ago, and this is how I pictured her. She was sitting on a swing set at a playground, and she was wearing a white embroidered, like off-white beige hat, and then a dress that matched, and she was sitting on the swing set. And so I think she has a message for us. I don't know what direction her message is going to take. And the way I've been doing these videos is I will do a bit of like evidential mediumship in terms of asking Naya, in this case, to show me 3 items. And they're not always items. They're sometimes maybe seeing certain things that somebody in her life would recognize, and I'm told that the people that would recognize these, or at least one of these 3 things, would be her sister, her mom, and her child's father. So of course, will they ever watch this video? I don't know, but I'm going to start first with showing you what those items are, those things, those scenes are, and then move into her message, okay? And I can already tell it's going to be a tough one because I'm a mom, so, and she passed away saving her child. So, although I don't know necessarily that that's what she's going to touch on per se. So, all right, let me start. And I want to say that Thoth, the Egyptian deity, he is here with us, as well as a number of, like 10 of my guides are all around protecting this exchange, and Thoth is kind of the facilitator, you could say, okay? So, okay, so Naya is here, and she's going to show me 3 items. The first, the first item is, I see like a huge ring with a bunch of keys on them, and it looks like she is inside of like a wooden cabin, like out by a lake. So there's a lake nearby, a lot of trees, and and she is inside of this cabin. And so she's just showing me the whole set. It's like a huge set of a bunch of what are like old keys. Okay, that's the first item. And inside of the cabin, everything that seems to be made out of wood, very kind of old school, very like if you're gonna go out fishing or whatever, but that's the cabin. Okay, second item. Okay, she's showing me like a walk-in closet, a nice walk-in closet, maybe hers. Okay, and then she's showing me my jewelry box, like, I guess to tell me that it's like a jewelry box. So she has a jewelry box in one of the drawers in this walk-in closet that is hers. And there's something red, right? I already know it's red. I don't know what it is, but okay, it's something red and round, and it feels like it's like a clothespin of some sort. Um, okay, it and the clothes and that the or it's one of those pins that you have made and it has something on it, and I feel like whatever is on it is relates to some kind of protest or march. Okay. Yeah, and it's like red with some black like blotches. I can't tell what is written on there, but it represents maybe she may have participated in some kind of march where she wore that. I'm yes, okay, maybe that's it. Okay. Third item. Okay. This one feels easier. A quilted blanket that's blue and handmade. Um, and she's showing me that I received something like that for my daughter when she was born. Yes, that's true. And so, yeah, it's like a quilted blanket. And she's showing me an aunt that also made those. So, the ones where you have like different blocks and you hand sew them together. So there's that blanket, and it looks like on a child's bed. So somebody quilted this, perhaps for this child and likely one of her children. Okay, those are your 3 items. Okay, and like I said, somebody who knows those 3 individuals I mentioned, her mom, her sister, and her child's father. One of them or all of them would recognize one or more of these items. Okay, so now I'm going to channel her message to you all. Okay, and this is meant. Sometimes the messages are general to all humanity, but I think this is just in general to all those who are tuning in today. Okay, so if it resonates with you, then it's for you. If not, it's okay. All right. All right, what does she have to say? Okay, she's saying, a mother's love is boundless. A mother often drops everything at a drop of a hat to save their child from a scraping, an injury on their little legs. We want to protect them from harm and injury. We want to put that helmet on them when they are learning to ride a bike, to bandage them up when they've been injured. At school, when they are in school, we lose our minds when we learn of any bullying aimed at our child, because we want to protect them from the hurt, from the emotional turmoil of being ridiculed, being belittled, sensing fear in a place where they are supposed to be safe. And we rage at others, the school principal, the teachers, the parents of the other children, the perpetrators who dare to disrupt the peace, the happiness of that child. But know that every child is eternally protected by a higher power, whether you call that God, all that is, source. They're always being protected and guided in the direction that that child has set out for themselves prior to incarnation. You see, all of us come into this world with a blueprint, a set of themes that we wish to experience. And when you, as a mother, intervene again and again, being the firewall, being the bodyguard, you inadvertently derail the child from experiencing those things, from staying on the path they so desired. The human experience is, yes, a difficult one that also is meant to provide pleasure, happiness, but there are areas of learning and soul growth that the soul craves. In spirit form, you also went through this journey as a child, experiencing hardships and ups and downs. And it is what made you who you are today, and it is why you can, so to speak, check off your list specific themes that you can now say, I've overcome this, I achieved this, I accomplished this, I was able to endure this and become stronger as a result of these things. So, as hard as it may be, and as tempting as it is for you to step in and save your child from the hardships of the world, from the dangers of the world, you don't have to overcompensate, and you don't have to, she's using these words, you don't have to literally drown saving them when they did not need to be saved. Give your child the benefit of the doubt that they have the inner fortitude, the resilience to get through a difficult patch, a difficult situation, to figure out how they're going to manage that bully, to figure out how they're going to overcome sadness when their first girlfriend or the first boyfriend breaks up with them and breaks their heart, or how they're going to overcome the embarrassment of when they get their first period and there's an embarrassing moment there. Or when they get those bad grades, let them feel the disappointment. This is the feedback they need to reassess what they're doing, how to change it, to seek the resources that they see fit, the friendships, the parental figures, aunts and uncles, teachers, to help them through these situations, to find the information now online, as many of your kids are so tuned in to social media. Let them research, let them find, give them, again, the benefit of the doubt. And in sports, if your child is in sports and they're that weak child, have you heard of the many stories of kids, and she's showing me the book, The Wimpy Kid, of kids who at a young age were the bullied little wimpy kid that grew up to be, the strong Superman, gym rat. All that came from a place. They become the new superstar in sports and football. So do not worry that the moment you see them in now is where they will be for eternity. Kids are always absorbing the world around them, and they will see the opportunities, and you will be there as one of the many resources that they will come to. And that really is your job as a parent, to give them that safe space to be themselves, to figure it out, and to come to you with the tough questions. You guide them to a certain point, and then you loosen the tight grip. That is what will make them stronger. So, for those parents that find themselves unable to be in the lives of their children as actively and present as they wish to be, know that your child will be okay. Continue to remind them that you're there for them. Don't judge them. They will come around. And don't judge yourself. Continue to put yourself as priority as well. Take care of your needs, your life, your career. Because these children will always look to you, to the role models in their lives. And when they see you pick yourself up from the bootstraps and overcome hardship, you become a big motivation, an inspiration to them. So don't ever feel guilty for attending to your own needs. Again, your health, your romantic life, your pursuing your dreams and wishes. Pursue them, because that is the biggest inspiration that you can offer your child. They will sense the spark, your energy, and be fueled by it. Okay. Okay, thank you. That was it. Thank you, Naya. That was beautiful. Touching, and thank you, Thoth, for facilitating. Thank you, my guides, for holding space. It's like a picture, like a little spiritual boardroom. That's how I always picture it. We're never alone. Uh, Hope you enjoyed that. I really did, and I thank you all for tuning in. Thank you.